Good day and welcome to another edition of Outsider Genie, where we will be looking at the race meeting today from Kenilworth. And please note, this is not on the old summer track, but on the winter track, where your straight is a little bit shorter than on the summer track. Today, the 17th of May. What we do at Outsider Genie is we do a form analysis, and then we take that form analysis of the set. We give you outsider selections, which you then can add to your play that you do, whatever it is. We give you our first selection, our outright selection, which is the horse that we think can win the race. It is not necessarily have to be the favorite. And then we give you two outsiders in no particular order, and that would be two horses that we think you can add into your selections. And hoping if they do arrive, you'll be collecting the bigger dividend. You can hit the subscribe button now and ring the bell so you can be notified every time this video are posted. We're also posting this video on Twitter. Unfortunately, our Instagram is a little bit inactive, and you can call us on 083-585-5133. Then we have some special offers going. You can subscribe to Outsider Genie and get our daily form analysis. We give you our outright selection, our outsider selections, trifectas, quartet, PAs, pick sixes, that you can trifectas. And also we recently started with exactas that are doing quite well. So our first packages, you can sign up for a 14-day package where you can get 14 days for 170 instead of the normal 50% of our normal package of 500 Rand. Then you can also have another package from number 2 package. The normal package for 500, if you sign up now, you can get a selection from now till the end of May for 200 Rand. Then we got a value package for 800 Rand currently, where you can subscribe now till the end of July, and you will get all the big races, because on some certain big days, we won't be giving our selections to everybody, but just to our subscribers, and that would include the video preview, as on those days I do a more thorough analysis of each race. Then we're launching this new service. There's a lot of people who said, listen, we're not interested in exactas, trifectas, and quartets. We just want some horses we can punt on the nose and some all-to-come bets. So what we do is now we introduce the following new service. Two top bets. That is bets that we think has a very good chance of winning. 2 each-way value bets. That is horses that can win, but can also most probably be placed. And sometimes our place horses, or our value horses, although they don't win, they still are value for money. And then we give you 3 all-to-comes, the top all-to-come, which probably would be 2 all-to-come of 2 favorites. Then a value all-to-come that are a little bit of value, which you can play each way. And then an outsider selection that you can play for win, place, or each way. And then also we got some for serious pick 6 players. We're giving you 3 pick 6 selections. We give you our selection for under one, up, not more than 150 Rand. That's for 1%. And we give you a pick 6 you can play for 5%. And then we give you a pick 6 for 100%, which you can then take a percentage of, or whatever suits you. Also, the jackpot players, obviously, you can just use the middle legs of the pick 6, and then we also give you a PA for 64 Rand, which you can utilize. Then the cost for this service is 10 Rand a day, so therefore 300 Rand per month. So what you got now is, you subscribe now from 50 May to 31st of May, it's 150 Rand. You subscribe to the end of June, instead of 450, you'll pay 350. And then if you get the package for 3 months, we'll give you the rest of May for free, and then you pay 700 Rand for the value package of 1,050. You pay 700 Rand. Contact me on 083-585-5133. So let's mouse you over to the racing, where we kick off with a maiden plate at 12:45 of 1,000 meters. So let's have a look at the betting. Here we have number 11, Little Miss Sunshine 7-2, Arctic Ice 4-1, Ideal Image 4-1, Kissing Point 4-1, 9-2 The Field, 10-1 number 3 Allow Grove, 20-1 Soft Day, and Megzit 20-1 and 28-1 and longer. So let us have a look here. The first race, where my first selection is number 10. And that is Kissing Point. It's a 2-year-old double view. The mare Kiss and Fly. She has thrown many a winner. This horse debuted well. Calamari for Brett Crawford. The horse ran at 22.8, 400 to finish on Durbanville. And that to me is a nice 400 to finish. And I'm looking for Kissing Point to improve and be involved in the finish. While I'm here, yes, the first timer, Little Miss Sunshine, a Silvano by a Fastnet mare. And I would think most probably that this horse would be looking for a little bit longer distance. But do include in all of your play anyway. Then for outsider selections, we're going for number 1, which is Adira. Did run well last time out behind La Jean. Late effort was running on from behind 23.2 and can also be there when the photos are taken. And then also my other outsider selection is number 3, Olowa Grove. Didn't feature last time out, but has run a few places and can certainly be involved in this finish. I have noticed that Oscar notes Aussie notes he's riding a few winners, and one must certainly take note of that fact. And here we have number 2, Arctic Rise, who tried to go from start to finish, but was just run out of it late and can also probably be involved in the finish again. Then we move to race number 2, which is another maiden plate over 1,400 meters this time. And here the betting is as follows. Number 3, Freedom Park, 11-2, Ben Bay Surrey, 3-1, Legitimate, 5-1, Grand Escape, 6-1, Winter Mainstays, 8-1, 12-1, Secret Land, 14-1, Negrao, and Orfo, 35-1. So here again, my selection is the favorite number 3, which is Freedom Park, Vaughan Marshall, Richard Fourie. Richard Fourie doesn't ride well a lot of time, but I think if he does, then the business is on. We have a 40 meters drawn 2. Last time out drawn 11 out of 11. Came running well from behind 23.3 and got going late. And I think most probably today would run a nice race of Richard Fourie. In my outsider selections, yes, numbers 4 and 5. Mr. Mainstay is a Jackson by Kahalme. Has been running there and thereabouts and ran behind the favorite, behind Happy Aristocrat. But I'm thinking that this horse has got the potential to improve. And then number 5, Grand Escape, was in the same race, but also only 2.9 behind and can also be involved in the finish. And then we're going to want to look at number 2. This horse I've been legitimized. Also horse that's run a good race now and then, but it looks like you run one good race, one bad race. But from draw 1 can certainly be involved in the finish. And then also I want to mention number 1, Ben Sway. I've been following this horse for a while, and he is improving all the time. Definitely also in with a huge chance, number 1. Then we move to another maiden plate, 1,400 meters for fillies and mares this time. And here the betting is as follows. Number 7, Queen Mercury, 22-10, KT2, 28-10, Phaedra, 7-2, Vision on Ice, 4-1, Arambelle, 8-1, Bite My Lip, 16-1, 22-1, and longer the rest. So here in race 3, my selection is the number 8 horse, which is Vision of Ice. This horse is really well bred. ICA has thrown a number of good horses in that time. And this horse looks like he's improving, running better with every race. And I think today, from draw 4, Vision on Ice, is going to be hard to beat. Last time out was staying on behind Rose Princess 24.1, and I'm looking for more improvement from number 8, Vision on Ice. Outsider selections, we look at number 2, Arundel as a Jackson, and also by Western Winter. And yeah, this horse has run a number of nice races earlier. And in the last 3 wasn't up to scratch, but was there and thereabouts. And from draw 2, Karen Murray can most probably also be involved there when the photos are taken. And then also a horse that needs to be included is number 1, KT2. KT2 is also a horse coming off a rest after this not so good last race, but certainly I think has got a potential to be involved in a finish in this race. And then we can look at number 7, which Queen Margaret of the Silvano filly by Captain of L, nicely bred, and also had a nice introduction to racing. But drawn 8 is a little bit wide on, but also in of a chance. And then number 9 is a 2-year-old, getting a few kilograms off, has also run well in a second race, and can also only improve on that effort. We now move on to race number 4, which is a maiden plate over 1,800 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Universe Boss, 11 to 2, Tail of Us, 33 to 10, 5 to 1, Tara IT, Strike Speed, 7 to 1, Fly Over, 10 to 1, 10 to 1, Assertive Power, 7 to 1, Exceeder, and 40 to 1, and longer the rest. Now here in race 4, my first selection is the number 1, Universe Boss. I was strong on this horse last time out. He came from way behind, running on strongly, and was just too back. Also the race before that, slow, ran on well. And I think number 1, Universe Boss, today going to be too good for this field. Outsider selections, number 2, Strike Speed. Elusive Fought by Strike Smartly Me has also been in the same race than number 1, Universe Boss, but about 2 lengths behind, but also drawn wide today. But I think running on from behind as well can most probably also be involved in a finish. And then Tara IT, number 3, was there and there well, 3 lengths, 4 lengths, and certainly can be a factor. The Damn Fair Return has thrown quite a number of good horses in her time. She's an older mare now. And then we want to look at number 6, which is the favorite, Tales of Us. Smith Dog, drawn 2. Horse runs there and there about, but I always get you get the feeling that this horse always gets one that beats it. Then I just want to mention number 7, Exceed, do include in the back end of your quartets, was also in the same race as the number 1 horse. But I think this horse of racing is going to be improved, and the day might be the day that he pops up in the back end of your quartets. So we're moving on to race number 5, which is a medal 92 handicap, 1,800 meters. Let's have a look at the betting, where your number 5 horse, Kariba Hall, is the favorite, 28 to 10, Rocking Ringo, 3 to 1, Red Block, 4 to 1, Triple Jet, 11 to 2, Knights Templar, 7 to 2, Swifter Prize, 7 to 1, and August Leave, 15 to 2. Now, here in race 5, I'm going for Rocking and Ringo to complete his hat-trick. The horse is really running well, already a 7-time winner, has done nothing wrong, and certainly can follow up in this race, course and distance, 1 run, 1 win. Then my outsider selection here is number 5, August Leaves. August Leaves didn't run well in his last race, but before that, they certainly ran some nice races. I'm not sure what went wrong last time out, but including in today, I think definitely a factor. Then here we have Kariba Hall, another snake runner, went start to finish last time out, but was beaten by Rocky Ringo, and it's probably meeting on the same terms. So Rocking Ringo should finish in front of it again. So then we move on to the next race, which is race number 6, which is a merited 80 handicap with 1,200 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 8, T'Challa 15-10. Ticket to Ride 4-1. Bernie 7-1. Lucky Dancer 15-2. Moonrock 15-2. Futures Hope 9-1. Star of the South 14-1 and 16-1. Spiritual Wind and 20-1 and longer the rest. So here in race 6, my first selection is the number 2 horse, which is Bernie. Bernie hasn't had a win for over 500 days, has won 4 times, but is also always there and thereabouts. And today I think of Aussie Notes on board might be the day that Bernie gets his 5th win on the board. For outsider selections, I'm going for number 1, Spiritual Wind. This horse won his maiden very well, beating Captain, then ran 2 under par in races, and last time out ran a much improved race. I also selected him last time as one of my outsider selections, and I'm going to do again today in the Spiritual Wind. Then my other outsider selection is number 4, Jeans Man. Jeans Man is one of those horses. He either runs well or he runs nowhere. And I think today, based on the pattern that he's got, he must be running a better race today. But he always goes to the front and fade. And maybe over the 1200 meters today, that would suit him better, because certainly he's going to turn it on from the start, and maybe can just hold on or be involved in the places. Then we're also going to look at number 8, which is the favorite, Charla's T'Challa. One is been maiden nicely and then has been beaten twice. Richard Fourie on board. Can win. It's definitely not without a chance. Definitely can be involved in a finish, but not a certain. It's not a banker by all means. Then also Moonrock is a horse that's also fast. Will be going to the front, and I'm sure he'll be meeting the other horse that I just mentioned, number 4, Jeans Man. So they might be cutting each other's throat, who knows? And then maybe something that runs on from the back can grab the race. And here we get to race 7, a very interesting race for me. It's a conditions plate for fillies and mares over 1,500 meters. And here the betting is as follows. And yeah, I'm flabbergasted about this betting. Number 2, Sing Out Loud 4-1, Sleeping Single 4-1, Sovereign Secret 4-1, Mama Lisa 11-2, Driving Miss Daisy 11-2, 6-1 Our Prize Jewel, Ballroom Bliss 11-1, Dad's Catch 12-1, and Crusaders Promise 28-1. Now here in this race, you can see that you work on the best handicap, Driving Miss Daisy, Sleep Single, Sing Out Loud, Sovereign Secret, Ballroom Base. And I think 80% of the time, this works out. Now, my selection is the number 8, with Driving Miss Daisy, because on handicap, this horse is way better than anything in this field. This horse has been placed 3 times second, Random second, 3 times in grade 1s, behind Mississippi Burning, second behind Queen Supreme, second behind Summer Pudding, under 5 lengths behind Running Brave, 5 lengths behind Clouds Unfold, 7 lengths behind Queen Supreme. You will not, there's Temple Graffin, also a very good horse. You won't find any of these horses in this lineup. And if they were, they would have killed this field. So here we have Driving Miss Daisy as grade 1 placed, running from a 54.5. Now, 11-2, guys, go and help yourself. I'm sure this horse is not going to jump at 11-2. I mean, we get here at the top, carrying 60, Crusaders Promise, Sing Out Loud. Now, Sing Out Loud has also run some decent races, and is certainly, I think, a good horse in her own. But certainly, based on the weight, she carrying 59, and Driving Miss Daisy carrying 54.5. It's 5.5 kilograms different. It's gonna make a difference. So then my outside selection is number 7, Dad's Catch. I've been following this horse for the last 2 times, and although she's out in the weights, but she's a 3-year-old. She is by Western Winter America, captain of all, and I'm sure the distance will not pose a problem. This horse won her first 2 races very nice, and I'm thinking Dad's Catch definitely a horse that will improve. And then also my other outsider selection is number 9, Ballroom Bliss. Now, if you look at Ballroom Bliss is fifth in the handicap. And I'm sure she came off a long race last time from June 21 to May. The last one was 23rd of, sorry, she came from December and then in January and then in March. But only 9 runs, 2 wins, a second, a third, and a fourth. And I'm thinking this twice over is also going to be involved from a nice handy weight of 54.5. And then number 2, Sing Out Loud. Obviously, I mentioned number 2 are also in the handicap. She's currently third in the handicap. So those are my selections for this race. Then we go down to race number 8, which is a merit at 67 handicap over 1,500 meters. And certainly race number 8 is also an open race, betting 3-1 the field, scratch numbers 4 and 7. 3-1 double chance, Attorney General 11-2, Elusive Tango 11-2, Dollar Brand 11-2, the Combo 11-2, 8-1 Green Light Flash, Jamila 9-1, 10-1, and better the rest. And here my selection is the number 10 horse, Dollar Brand. Again with the jockey Oscar Notes on board, Aussie Notes. And I remember last time out, Lucinda Woodruff saying that this horse will run a better race, and the horse did, running 3 lengths behind Elusive Tango. And I think this horse is definitely we're gonna be one of the horses in the finish when the photos are taken. And I'm sure number 10 Dollar Brand are definitely in here with a winning chance. And my outsider selections is number 1, Attorney General. That ran second at Fairview and is a winner and a second. But I think in his, he can run a huge race yet again, as well as with number 9, which is my outsider selection, Elusive Tango, which beat Dollar Brand last time out. But Dollar Brand is now a little bit better off in the weights and can definitely turn it around. And then my other outsider selection is horse number 5, which is Double Charge. That is the favorite, that has been running places after winning his maiden, and certainly also not without a shout in this race. So that brings us to the end of my preview. I hope I could point you in the right direction for a few winners. And as I always say, break a leg.